Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited to be doing the mental health series, and I'm so looking forward to all the episodes that I'm planning on creating. I've already done one, which is on FOMO syndrome and how do you tackle FOMO syndrome. So you can go and watch that video. I'm sure it will help you. But today's video is rather interesting because it is on imposter syndrome. Now, I have gone through imposter syndrome a lot in my life. There are days even now that I go through it and I'm questioning my abilities. I'm questioning if, I'm fit for the job. I'm even questioning if I'm ready to take on anything. And so I thought of creating something on these lines because I know a lot of people out there go through this particular imposter syndrome in some shape and form. Now, I'm going to be covering a couple of things in this video, starting off with what exactly is imposter syndrome. How do you tackle imposter syndrome? And when does imposter syndrome typically happen? All right, so let's get into it. What exactly is imposter syndrome? So, if you know the word imposter, if you go and search it, what the meaning of the word imposter means, it basically means fake or somebody who is trying to be something that they are not, and that's what imposter is. So, imposter syndrome is basically where somebody believes that everything in their life happens by luck. It's nothing to do with the hard work or nothing to do with the talent or the skill that they have. It's all luck, and they are always constantly scared that they might get caught by somebody for faking it. Now, this syndrome is very common in a lot of people. Like I said, 70% of the population in the world has gone through imposter syndrome in some shape and form. And so I thought of sharing this, especially for the student community, on why imposter syndrome happens, when does imposter syndrome typically happens, and how do you tackle it. Now, imposter syndrome is very common, like I said, and it occurs in a lot of people. Why does it occur, or when does it occur? Let me answer that question. When does imposter syndrome occur? Now, imposter syndrome occurs somewhere around where you've been given an opportunity to probably prove yourself. It could be an interview that you need to appear for, or it could be a new project that you're given. It could be probably a team that you are, asked to lead. Somewhere where you're performing, somewhere you're asked to, perform, or somewhere where you're put into a zone which is out of your comfort zone. So typically, mostly, imposter syndrome happens around the time where you have to interview. Now, I'm sure, just imagine, you're a student, you have to interview, you're in college and you have to interview, and the first thing that comes to your mind is, damn, what if I screw it up? What if the person in front of me thinks that I'm, a big fake? And what if the person thinks that whatever I've written on the resume is actually not true? And these anxiety, these things that are constantly in your mind actually start affecting your confidence level, so much so that you're like trembling, you're very scared, you don't know what to do. Now, this has happened to me as well, so trust me, I know what I'm talking. I remember a couple of years back when I used to interview, I used to go through this whole thing around, what if the person asks me something that I don't know? Or what if I'm not able to actually talk about the experience that I have, and I come across as a fake. And a lot of people go through it. So it's very important that you identify when exactly you are going to get affected by this and tackle it. Now, I'm going to be sharing some tips on how do you tackle imposter syndrome, and something that I also use a little too often. For me, imposter syndrome happens somewhere around where I'm, given a project to manage or a program to manage, which is fairly new, and I'm really scared as to how will I do it. Or it happens around the time where I have to present something to people, and people don't know me at all, and it's the first time that I'm interacting with them, and I'm super scared, to the point that I'm trembling, and I'm like, what if they, catch me and they think that I'm a fake and I'm not a real, person who's done these awesome things in my life. So this happens a lot. So how do you tackle imposter syndrome? So start off with, the first thing that you should do is list down the things that you've actually accomplished in life. It could be as basic as cracking an entrance exam. I know cracking an entrance exam is not basic, but still, or it could be any accomplishment, any competition that you cracked, or anything that you did, or an internship that you did. Just note down the accomplishments that that you've had in your life or you've done in your life. I typically, for me, professionally, what I do is I open my LinkedIn, because I went and kind of made it all nice and fancy. You can go and check it out. But I open my LinkedIn and I actually go through all the amazing things that I've done in the last 5 6 years, and it just makes me so happy, and it makes me feel relaxed that I've actually done it, and I have actually have things to show for my work. So you can also do that. It just helps you feel in a better place, in a more comfortable place, and you feel more confident about yourself, about your whatever it is that you're about to attempt. So you're in a better place, within your mind, physically and mentally. So try that. The second thing that I do very often is I do not worry about the now. I stop worrying about what if I fail, what if something goes bad, what if I you know mess it up, or whatever. I stop thinking about that completely. I just focus on the good things that will come out of it. So for example, if I am supposed to make a presentation, I just imagine that I'm alone and I'm just presenting to nobody, I'm just presenting to myself. And so that really helps me switch on my confidence level. And I stop worrying about oh, somebody's going to judge me, somebody's going to say something, what if I mess it up, what if I mispronounce something, or what if I say something stupid. I just stop thinking about that, and I just concentrate on the task that is at hand. So do that as well. The third bit of advice that I want to give you, and that's so important, is talk to someone. It is very, very important that you are connected with your friends or even your parents. Just walk up to them and talk to them about what you're feeling. I personally do that a lot. I speak to my parents when I'm feeling very overwhelmed, or I'm not feeling very confident, and I get my confidence back. So maybe there is somebody in your life, your friends, or your co-workers that you're very close with, and that can help you generate that confidence. So as soon as you talk to somebody who's been a part of your life and who's seen your work, and they're able to kind of help you navigate the situation and help you come back with that confidence, then why not? Always seek help whenever possible. Don't keep it inside you. Don't feel miserable, feel inadequate all the time, because it's not going to help. So try and do these three things. If you're feeling that imposter syndrome is kind of hounding you and is really taking over your life, and you're not able to perform in your workspace, or wherever that you want to kind of do well in. But make sure that you do these small things. I'm sure that it will help you a lot. So with that, I'm going to take your leave. I hope that this video helps you in tackling imposter syndrome. I'm going to be back with actually a surprise guest in my next video. It's going to be really amazing. I'm actually inviting somebody who has been working on mental health for a couple of years. Somebody that I have been a big fan of on LinkedIn. I've been following her work for some time, and I'm really excited to have her, be a part of this series, because I admire the fact that she has been there, done that. The work that she's doing in this space is truly amazing, and I really cannot wait to have her on my YouTube channel and share her insights with everybody. So I'm not going to reveal her name now. I'm going to do a big reveal later, but watch out for this space for more. I'm going to be definitely back with some more things and more topics of discussion on mental health. Till then, stay home and stay safe. In case you are heading out, please make sure that you wear a mask, because it's very important that you stay safe. All right, with that, I'm going to take your leave. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, and be happy.